right. We're going to send you more update of things with the trend for inside
we
Obodo, Nigeria. But right about now, we get a confirmatory guest. We don't join us inside the studio.
Yes, sir.
So if you not say you want to talk to our guests, all you guys do not to call the phone line 0700901901. We get the AAC, the African Action Congress presidential candidate, inside the studio in the person of Omoyele Sowere. We don't join us right about now. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
We greet you. We greet you plentifully this Tuesday morning.
I greet you back.
Welcome back to Lagos.
Thank you very much.
After 3 years.
It passed 3 years, sir.
Oh, it passed 3 years.
Yes.
How long?
About 3 years and a month now.
Wow, not just 3 years. How I feel like?
You know, for people like me, we do activism for a long time. We always expect the worst and hope for the best.
Okay.
Yes, and that's part of the worst that can happen to me. So I'm always prepared for this.
How you feel like, say, you enter Lagos after 3 years and 1 month?
It feels good, So because it's Lagos that shaped my life. I became a full activist when I arrived at the University of Lagos in 1989. And ever since then, I've not looked back. My life changed after I stepped into Lagos.
You still be activist or politician?
No, I'll be activist. I'll be
political activist. There's a line between activism and politics.
Now they define that. The thing we say, the reason why I know one person call me a politician, politician and name of person when they tell true. Talk true.
For where? For Nigeria, everywhere?
Well, everywhere too. Even Americans, they will tell you, say, these are politicians, they mean up say now people when if they greet you good morning, better go outside, go look time.
All right, so you the run for presidential seat come 2023 under the AAC party, the African Action Congress. Tell us about your party.
The AAC party was established in 2018 when I come back from America. Say I want to participate for election. Go around, I don't find any party where get the interest to feed me. That time 79 parties, 9 days, so we can't go register the party. And radical party, we get agenda to change Nigeria. We not hide them. See, the way Nigeria they go is they're acceptable to us, and we want to turn things around for the country. And I begin campaign immediately after they approve the party. Participate for the election in February. And after we finish the election, discover say election no be election. Now selection them do. We begin campaign using the party for revolution now. And immediately they hijack the party.
I won't even go there. I want to ask how your party take be now, because right now as we prepare for 2023 election, many parties kata they inside. PDP, even APC, not too there well with them. The other party, where they may be Kachuku just the inside, they come out and the other time say they don't suspend them. Your party did together. At some point, they even say they don't suspend you.
Now they tell you now, say they
now?
hijack the party.
Okay.
All that time where I did detention, they just go do one kangaroo.
So as you come out, you hijack and back?
No, we hijack. we go court. We spend 3 years for court. Court of appeal, contact say what they do wrong. But they give us back our party. So the party don't come back to the real members and owners.
All right, so I did very interested in what you talk now. You said the last election in 2019, saying a selection, 92. I will not say you actually come in fifth with over 33,000 votes. Now, we see a lot of Nigerians actually go to vote.
33,000 votes when they allocate.
Right, you see them as allocation, but you see a lot of Nigerians actually come outside to vote. My question, you feel say Nigerians ready for people where go lead them? As like you talk, you say you are actually here to come out the pains of Nigerians. Are we ready for that?
This question where you ask me, it make me sober. Well, because the experience where they get with our people, sometimes they wonder, just like they wonder. So say, they're ready for the change or the good things that they look for. But the answer be say, anybody where they don't beat like them beat Nigeria since 1960. If you heard correct 24/7, the person try. Person where they don't take hunger wire, they take unemployment wire. You work, they don't pay you pension. You travel for road, you're not sure say if you reach your destination. You go farm, cow they chop your this thing. You go police station, police turn case against you. anything way negative, they take bombard Nigerians. So generally, it will take a lot more than that human capacity where they're born you with to fit stand, make you the reason reasonably well. And they can't design everything against you. So what do you expect? And when the thing not gonna work, they shove you inside Babalawo house. Babalawo will shove you inside church. Church will shove you back to mosque. You understand? The system did very convoluted, but not then design them like that. From Oyibo time, from colonial times, But the thing say, when we want to have this kind of conversation now, I don't want to talk about colonialism because the one where our people they do us, now come wars past now.
Okay.
In fact, some people will tell you say the road where Oyibo still built still there.
Some places,
but yes, but the one where our people build now, the second in Iran they carry and go. So it's difficult. The question where, like I said, this question where you asked me now, philosophical question, because now it's coming from a place even in your own heart as to how you take question, how we be like this. You understand? How we know love ourselves. Because if you love yourself, at least you go vote for leader, we go work for you now. But how can you blame people we go vote? I said they come up from the polling unit, somebody change the result, announce the person will not win. Like Imo State, the person will not participate for election and be governor. You understand? So what do people want to do?
Let me say no participate, I ain't finish, I think now third.
And if person finish fourth, now participation be that. So now I'm just making the point that the people are buffeted from right.
But you feel they don't see you enough. Now, the reason why I ask, we say, if they don't see person say, okay, you are there for the people very much, it's very easy for them to say, okay, yes, this is not the person where I want to actually go for. You feel say Nigerians don't feel you and see you enough.
Make I tell you, who popular pass Zik for 1979? Who popular pass Awolowo for 1979? Aminu Kano. All those guys that participate for election in 1979, if you choose any one of them, Nigerians, they don't know them since when they did their 20s. Waiting Obasanjo them do. They go bring Shagari, will be grade 2 teacher. We even talk say he no won't be president, say na Senate he won't go. They say no, they buy presidential form. He become president. So not be say they see you. Who know at my age now, people know me well for this country now. If you don't know me for when I did university, you go know me through publishing, you go know Sowere reporters. So all the enlightened voters, they know me. But the question be say, the people, Nigeria are property of some people. The people who own Nigeria, they don't want to make Nigeria see any other person but them where they destroy the country. Well, and where the struggle day for us with that. Not be say to just present ourselves alone, present ideas. Because when I talk, people will tell me, say, you get ideas. We know say you get ideas. We know say you dey stubborn. We know say we should do this thing. But interestingly, all those corner way of they describe how to change yourself. And why you not allow these people when they go first? Before you can come. We don't say you feel be president, but why you not go Senate now or maybe go manage for House of Rep? Like say the House of Rep problem. Any country will get a big problem, they solve it from the most important place. It just be like say me person get cancer now. Make you go to treat eczema. If you kill yourself, now the thing will kill you now. You have to treat the real disease. The real disease is leadership. The most important leadership position in Nigeria is presidency. We have a very powerful presidential position. Okay. If president gets it right for this country, everything will be, even to wake up and sleep, if the president decides for this country, if it does say, you wake up, say, there'll be money and they go force everybody back to sleep. It's not as if that kind of power is also necessary. Okay. But what all great countries do in the world is that they select or elect, I'll say elect in democracy, the best amongst them. They don't say to the best, go and sit at the back and come put the person where no sabi drive. It's just like how they describe and say, Nigeria be like country where you go buy a new car, put tires and everything. But the time where you say, may go bring driver, the driver where you bring now only reverse gear, nice sabi use. If you go front, no, if you go front, because he doesn't know how to go front, he only know how to go backward.
All right, you mentioned, say, when you take part in the 2019 election, today, you say that's election they do.
No.
Say they dash you 30-something thousand votes.
Yeah.
Now you don't set out again to contest this one where they come. What do you see in the terms of the planning, in terms of waiting there on ground? What give you the confidence that this one would be different?
The explanation, the answer be say, not be waiting I see, now waiting I want to do. And the most important.
Because get what you supposed to give you the guarantee, this one will turn to.
I the answer you now. I the answer you.
Okay.
Me, waiting I see. If everybody succumb to RAM, now the same thing where you see, all of us are skeptical say anything if even come out of election.
Okay.
But the team is saying that's so we go to look at. So person go say to you, election happen, you no work. I go do revolution. They say no, make you wait for another 4 years. You understand? But now the fact that I participate in election in 2019, now more people listen to me when I say this thing no good. Though. Now we do now make us rich and SARS, for example. So it was I not participate that time. Other factors feel no come in. People have to overcome obstacles in the way of their democracy. If you believe in democracy, you believe in peaceful agitation for progress in your society. If the other alternative now to go and myself say I don't believe I won't bring down the system. But what I'm saying is that there's nothing wrong if you say these are the rules in other places. Or, because democracy be like calculator where you buy, it comes with instructions.
True. If
people they violate and they shoot to the people. But if you don't participate, people don't go know the reason why they must demand for the original.
Okay.
All right, we're going to go on a break very, very soon. But before we go on the break, I just want to hold you to some of your words where you come outside talk. Now, part of your mandate, now, number one, free education and reform pension, job creation. And you even talk, say, over 100,000 naira for minimum wage.
Yes.
How you plan to go about this? The reason why we bring you in there now for Nigerians to know their candidates.
Yes. So, the investment for education is so important that you will see all the Nigerian leaders, even though some of them are in their 60s, they go tell you, say, if not we say somebody brings school for my village, I will be one tapper or I will be herdsman, because people invested in their education. In fact, most of them that are still there now, they were sent abroad on scholarship, grants, and some of them came back, some of them did not come back. Free education is not a favor to the people. It is to develop a society that can sustain itself with brain power. I give you an example now. How many students they go university? If I ask you, I'm sure say you don't get the numbers. But you know the population of Nigeria. Do you know that all the students in higher institution don't pass 1.5 million people? What is percentage of 1.5 million is to 200 million? Other places, you need at least 25% of your population will go to higher institutions for you to be able to catch up with the way the world the rest. So we need to get there. Already, we don't already lose 8,000 doctors to the UK and US since COVID. Then you can't close down university. How you go produce new doctors? What I'm saying is that investment is what is important, because when you invest in human beings, when they look back, the thing that they can, what a well-educated Nigerian can do for Nigeria is more than what all the weapons in the world bought can do for Nigeria if we have progress. Because most of our security problems come from the fact that we don't send our children to go to school. You understand? We abandon them. When they grow up, they don't get any school to go, they don't get any job, they carry gun because now survival of the fittest, you create jungle. But that investment they make now is what will protect you in the future. Like they talk something for America. Say, if you don't send your child to go to school, make the same money for prison uniform. You understand? Because somehow he will get into trouble. It doesn't mean that people will go to school, they get into trouble. But it's just that, you lay that foundation. So now make me talk about free education, because I be product of free education where I will bring Ondo State for 1980. Now make me go secondary school. Otherwise, now only 6 people, they go secondary school for my village. When free education come, 150 people jump out of bush. We don't even know they're there. They say, they want to go to school. And I don't go around Nigeria. Nowhere where I go for 2018, 2019 go campaign where people know they talk about school. Even in the north where they shout say they don't want to go school. All those women they shout say they want makaranta. They don't ask me for money. So makaranta meaning we want to send our children to school, because children are not just ordinary people. When you have children, you have affinity to them. A lot in Africa in particular, our children, our social security. What is the meaning of that? When you are tired and you can't work anymore, the children when you train go school now go to support you.
So sorry,
because we don't have social security system.
We need to hold you that on that one because we need to go on this break. Now, don't forget, say you wait to hear us. Just go on top of Facebook. We did there at LasgidiFm 901. Put all your question there. If you ask them any question when you want to ask them, and then when we come back after this break, our phone lines officially go there open 0700-901-901-901. Time for you to ask them question 0700-901. 901. We still get inside the studio the AAC presidential candidate for 2023, Omoyele Sowere, with a comeback. All right, welcome back. You still there on Top Story for Town for LasgidiFm 90.1, and we still discuss with the AAC presidential candidate for 2023, Omoyele Sowere.
And of course, plenty issues still there as they take concern this 2023 election. We'll just continue from where we stop. Part of the things where a whole lot of people say now waiting they sweet their belly about this election where they come now, the one way they provide for the 2022 Electoral Act, the one way gives some level of guarantee, say some of the things we'll go do, they dependent on electronic and all of those things. They sweet your belly to or not? Because when I ask you that question the other time, I expect you to say, okay, the Electoral Act innovations now part of the things where they give you the confidence to try again.
Anybody where they're born for Nigeria, you must come with a gene of skepticism.
Okay.
Because all these our leaders, they are way ahead of us in terms of plan. Anytime when you say they accede to something, they don't already get under solution where we don't know. Because already they don't begin pull back. Even from now they say electronic, but the other day they told us manual compilation now. So that they give me some doubts that they're really serious to resolve this problem. The other part, we say electronic transmission does not guarantee that the election cannot be rigged or won't be rigged, because now within the officer right now will still transmit the polling unit presiding officer. The solution long term electronic voting, which involves that anywhere where you fit vote as long as you are verified. Maybe they will send you a token. This is my token. When it's time to vote, I vote with that token. Don't go, because if we can be collecting money anywhere from our apps, there should be an app that can also ensure that we can vote and our votes will count. That's where we should be headed, not be transmission of paper where they scan. Because small time you're going to hear network failure. Somebody can. The internet is a switch. Has a switch. Sure. Somebody can switch all the thing off in a particular area if they are losing, because it was the same way we were excited when we hear about the thumb printing machine when they come to verify. Now that thing has become obsolete because they've found a way around it. And don't forget that politicians will still go buy votes. That one, the electronic transmission cannot capture that. So until citizens reach point where they decide they're not going to sell their votes. But before we go reach there, the economy must improve. Because it's a function of how citizens get money and I make them not go to sell their conscience at the polling unit. Politicians they understand all these things. Say in 1999, 2003, now they carry ballot papers, they pursue them. They don't carry ballot papers anymore. That one now obsolete idea. Then they can't move from there to make they go to write this thing or thumb print at home. When they lost a few of the cases, when they found out one person thumb print, they shifted away from that. Then they can't move into collation centers. You go don't vote from the collation center where they allocate votes to people like us. You will get 100 like this, take your IC, and when you reach collation center, the thing just wipe them out. That is the problem that we have. And now it is vote by. Until we solve that problem of vote by, where somebody can just walk into a polling unit area, pull people out of the line and buy vote from them and make them vote for. And not only will they buy the vote from you, they will they will follow you, enter, go make sure say you fulfill what they pay you for. The other one that worries me the most is the credibility of INEC leadership. Right now, they don't put card-carrying members of APC full INEC commissioners nationally. So you can imagine waiting they don't do for national, waiting they don't do for Rex, and then the fact that they control the security agencies. Even right now, the body that is supposed to print ballot papers, the Nigerian printer, is now headed by the senior brother of the wife of the president. So where is the credibility going to come from? The central bank governor at the time was contesting for president, to the point that INEC has to say that we won't keep our sensitive electoral materials at the central bank anymore. Until you resolve all these contradictions, there's no way you can trust the electoral process to deliver.
But some elections that we don't actually conduct recently don't show a little bit of credibility in the electoral. Thank you.
Like I tell you, you know what's in the credibility for election for Nigeria. Even if you rig election, if people accept them, it's credible to them. How many people vote for Anambra? Less than 18% of registered voters. In reality, that's not representative democracy.
Okay.
You understand? In Ekiti, APC won because the APC guy was governor, and they openly were buying votes. In Osun, is the person that bought the most votes that had a little bit of credibility in terms of street credibility, and then win the election. Anybody win, they monitor election very well, especially those of us in journalism. We know the truth, but the situation is so overwhelming sometimes. You just, as you guys like to do, just close your eyes. If it even still gets small, we manage it. But we cannot continue to manage Nigeria the way it is now and expect progress.
All right, a little bit of a personal question, but still about politics.
Yes.
2019, part of your strong base, be they dependent on the young Nigerians, especially young Nigerians, where you mobilize and rally them through the social media.
Yes.
But it be like, say, some departure, don't take this time around. We need to enjoy that kind of strong following again. How you see this one? How you feel? You still get that level of confidence, the people there with you?
Oh, absolutely. After 2019, you make you ask yourself, say, how many presidential candidates go prison? Exactly. I'm the only one. How many presidential candidates were they killing, brother? None, except myself. How many presidential candidates were they restrict to Abuja for 3 years? So the fact that I even did for this election as a candidate, now miracle.
But those ones don't get anything to do with your politics.
Exactly.
It does.
These are things that has to, it's my politics now.
Your activism is your politics.
Of course. Now, how do you divorce my politics? Not be the way they talk, now they invest them. Not be so they talk from university days. If you follow me from university, there are people they listen to me, will go Unilag with me. They expelled me twice from Unilag as a student activist. We spent 6 years to graduate instead of 4 years. Why? Because we defied military government, say we don't want them to be in our space. So since that time, now they don't develop those years. If my activism could lead me to spend 6 years in the university, why do you think that restriction, being charged for treason, being shot at by the police, broad daylight in Abuja, and all those things, they are meant to tie my hand behind my back so that what we are talking about now, I will not enjoy them. And you are dealing with powerful people who are rich. The moment they saw, especially after ex-sars, the ruling class was shaken to their roots, and they decided that, look, we're not going to do mistake or allow these young people to follow these radical people. They're going to pull one of their own come out.
Which one?
Well, just a listen now.
Okay.
Babangida, them, Obasanjo, anybody where you see where Obasanjo they support, Babangida they support, they are part of Ruin Nigeria FC football club. They're gonna then own this country. That is where you start suspecting that they don't want a radical change, because these are the people that make sure that Nigeria never made progress, democratically speaking, economically speaking, politically speaking. And now the thing will happen this time. I don't go one station where they ask me the same question. I tell them, say, in a period of revolutionary demand or curiosity, there could also be revolutionary confusion. Yes. But to answer you well, all this thing when I talk, I say youth day somewhere, not PR. Yes, not PR.
So what do they see?
The thing we say, which if I ask now which poll one I conduct, we say you did with anybody. No poll. There's nothing scientific behind it.
All right. So I'm going to hold both of now on top this one. 2023 it still does there around the corner, and we go actually know once Nigerians march to the polling unit. But right now, Lagos, time for you to talk to us. The phone lines for you to call us now 0700901901 or you send message into 09094901901. Talk to us. Good morning.
Tell us your name.
Hello, good morning. Ekaro. Wait till me your name, where they call us from?
Please, is this a Baba Me program?
This one at LasgidiFm.
I know that is LasgidiFM.
To read for time.
All right, you're going to wait for Baba Me time because we get to confirm who gets in the studio. Hello, good morning.
Off your radio.
All right, just try call us back 0700901901. All right, I see this message for you. Good morning, Princess Adezewe and Chief Ukpaezera. He said, I hope say our confirmatory guest inside the studio, your own case not go be like the one where they talk say is easier said than done, because not be today we don't hear promises from the past and present government which never come to reality. All the promises we don't they get from them now promise way man they promise woman on top bed. Uncle Baton, I send this one.
Make your answer that.
Exactly.
Yes, even if you promise woman on top bed, the teacher they go leave you. When you finish, you must fulfill the promise. But on a serious note, though, is that person way fee handle assignment way tough. How you know fee handle other assignments way they tough. When I did 22 years old for this country, they go university. Waiting be Nigeria's biggest problem: corruption, military rule, economic problem. Now we confront them. Now we drive Babangida come from power for this country. Now we drive Abacha, drive all of them. So that democracy where we get now, we be say you need tough people. We go make things right. We get intellect. We get exposure. We get education. Now it will come be problem. And the thing we say, you have to look at people's records when they are making promises, if they can fulfill it. So I have collateral that I can submit to the Nigerian people, and that is my past. Say for 32 years, 3 decades and more, I have never departed from the path of justice, honesty, and integrity.
All right, we get more questions.
This one say from Victor Ofamba. He said, good morning, Princess Uwe and Oga Ukpai and our guest, Mr. Sowere. He said, we have had recent kidnapping of school children over some time now. Even the school management and security agencies can't give us account of those children being kidnapped. He said, please, Mr. Sowere, suggest ways how this can be stopped.
We have to stop the bleeding.
Okay.
The security of the country is in dire straits. It's not only school children that are kidnapped. People are being kidnapped in their farms. People are being kidnapped in churches. It has reached a level, I heard about 2 weeks ago, that dead bodies are being kidnapped for ransom. Yes. So you add that to banditry, terrorism, you know that you need complete security overhaul. And I've seen it that when I become president of Nigeria, I go fire plenty of army generals where I know they compromise. If you need, I go bring in mercenaries, make it come stop all these things, so that first we will stop the bleeding.
All right, LasgidiFM, talk to us. What will be your name?
Hello, good morning. My name is Ambassador Solomon.
All right, fire down. We hear you.
Oga Sowere.
Good morning.
Well done. Well done. In fact, your job all this year, we are done this year. Very well done job. But I find my way to talk to you personally to win the soul of Nigerians, the youth of Nigeria, the masses, the poor people now. My brother, is very hard. Your system is very, very clean and good system. But to use this system, it will be hard. It will be very, very hard. I talked to IG Wala that time when they saying talk to some people about something. I get your number, your 3 number from him to call you. See, if we did not use one kind of sense, you see the sense where Peter will use. Nobody know Peter Obi.
But what will be your question? What will be your question? Because you get just 1 minute.
No, I don't get question. I just want to contribute.
Okay, you just contribute.
Just a point in mind.
All right.
The contribution is we need to use that system we can use to win the heart of the people. I don't know how we
All
can
right,
do
thank
it.
you so much. Thank you very much. All right, thank you very much. All right, you own that contribution. Yes. But sorry, because of time, we're not going to actually take lots more because we get a lot of messages for here. This one say, okay, they say, what is your main ideology where if it make you feel, say, you can rescue Nigeria as a country? Galadima, I said I'm calm.
Galadima. My main ideology now, socialism, but we carry welfareism for head. That is, I believe in the welfare of the masses and that they should own their resources and control it. And the reason we say the capitalistic system where they practice for here not just buccaneers, we just carry ideas. You go remember last week, the people where they don't sell disco to give them loans, Nigeria they take back the discos again. You go give loans to big men and you go still, and the country go still pay them through AMCON. You go sell something, give them, and you go still go repair them. Sometimes you go repair house at 100 million, come sell them to them for 20. They'll go take the house, borrow money, and you still go pay back.
That will not just our own, the nature of our own capitalism. Because there's corruption in the system. Capitalism is
but now the thing where they tell you, say,
the
one, so why you go sell companies where belong to the public to somebody when you know say now you go still take care? Why don't you just let the public maintain and own? Now the thing will create the unemployment where you see now the selling of, when they start from Obasanjo time, all the federal houses were sold to House of Reps members. They would go take loan, come back, they will not pay back the loan. You will come take AMCON, help them pay back the loan. You go to touch our own idea of there's nothing where Nigerian leaders touch will not go spoil now. That will not be news, But the guy will take style talk about strategy. I just want to answer him. Since when I don't they play like monkey, you understand? Because they will say if you want cash monkey, go play like monkey. So since when I don't they try cash monkey, not be said nobody turn the whole country to monkeys. You understand? We want cash monkey for Babangida that time. Make we no push him, grey hand over. We vote. You understand? We want cash monkey Abacha time. Make we no grey hand over. You want cash monkey third time for Obasanjo. You want cash monkey, they bring Yadua, we no get liver. They want cash monkey, they bring Jonathan.
Not be our friend, to be honest. We're going to just
acting like say
plenty talk there.
But I will just ask you this last one in just 1 minute. Just answer this question. And a person saying I'm come. He say, what do you go do with the cost of services and goods for inside markets? So what do you go do?
You go do price control.
The thing we say
in just 1 minute.
The question where you asked about living wage, and I go solve that problem. Okay. How can you pay somebody 30,000 naira to survive in a month when you don't even feel cover transportation alone? But when you invest in people's living wage, they will get enough money. It will spoil production. It will spoil more people. When there is demand, it will force more people to go and produce, farm, do all these things, and society will flow. And when you build infrastructure, you create jobs. More and more people will be able to cope with living. But when you play people slave wages, and the simple way to describe it is that the market where they go for here, now the same market where person where they collect 150,000 for South Africa they go.
All right, thank you very much. So you enter inside the studio. We celebrate you and your crew. We're actually there inside the studio. Thank you very much. All right, time now reach for us to end. Close the curtain on top. Sorry for time. We'll come your domot again tomorrow. My name is Sirimen Uwi Balogun.
My name is still now Okpa. With the hand you over to the very good hands of Otong.
Sweetness and meow. Meow.
Uri for town. Top LasgidiFm 90.1. LasgidiFM.